Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. We have quite a perilous week coming up. The PCE, the personal consumption expenditures, which the Federal Reserve is fond of, and they say they base their decisions mainly on the PCE. That comes in on Friday, this coming Friday, and it will be a little bit worse, is what the predictions are. So we have a correction going on. I don't think it's a disastrous crash, but it is a significant correction, and I'm very glad I got out on April 9th. Oil prices have backed off a little bit for now, so we will see what the next month brings with the PCE, but that's in the future. And I am a trader, and I trade gladly, and I saved myself a lot of money. I got out because I was not going to ruin my $500,000. I made $505,000, and that's where I drew the line, and I said, I'm out as of April 9th. We have mega caps coming up. The Magnificent Seven all come out. Just about all come out, except for Nvidia, which is the most significant one. That doesn't come out till May 22nd, I believe. And that will be the most significant for artificial intelligence. And of course, I'll be following the artificial intelligence stocks, but they took a major dive too. Nvidia took a 10% dive, and super microcomputer took a 23% dive. So I'm very glad I was out of them. I play the trends. When the trends are over, I'm out. Okay, I'll get back in if the mega caps have outstanding results. They can't just be good results. They have to be outstanding the way this market is going to lift the market higher. And in fact, in some ways, I prefer it to continue going down because simply I want to buy these at a cheaper price. Nvidia and super microcomputer went down from the 900s down into the 700s. So are they a buy now? Well, we will see, won't we? I'm waiting till earnings come out on some significant artificial intelligence stocks. So far, with Taiwan Semiconductor, whose symbol is TSM, and also with ASML, the results were not encouraging, and they were a major factor in the artificial intelligence stocks coming down. You know, super microcomputer, it's in the 700s now. One analyst had predicted that it was going to hit 1,500 eventually, and maybe that's still true, but we got to see some outstanding results. The world situation with the Mideast, who knows what's happening with that. House of Representatives did finally pass a bill to aid Ukraine, which I was happy to see. So maybe things are going to turn with this aid packages to the different problem areas of the world, which include Taiwan, which include Ukraine, and of course include the Mideast. Always includes the Mideast because of oil. We've got to really get over our oil addiction. And I think we are. I think people are tending towards electric vehicles and hybrids. The problem is electric vehicles aren't exactly the perfect thing for everywhere. If you live in a super cold climate, the batteries lose power in cold. And so I can see why a hybrid would be preferable in some instances, particularly in the upper Midwest where I used to live. And man, does it get cold. 30, 40 below. Yeah, it does that in the winter, unbelievably. Part of the reason the Magnificent Seven have led the market is because they had significantly greater profit than the rest of the S&P 500. But that seems to be changing. It seems that the Magnificent Seven will be less of the profit for the total S&P 500, where they used to dominate it. And so that's going to be an effect on cooling the Magnificent Seven. To see how significant profit growth is for the Magnificent Seven, especially with Nvidia, you just have to look at the profit growth of Nvidia compared to the other Magnificent Seven. and it's clear that the market depends on Nvidia, and I think it's going to continue to lead the market through May 22nd, and we will hold our breath and hope it comes through on May 22nd. Big tech shed over 930 billion since the Nasdaq 100 peak. So the market is really hoping for Nvidia to pull the rabbit out of the hat, because it's expected that the other ones will do okay and maybe even good, but they're not going to do outstanding. The thought is that if any one of them is going to do outstanding, it's Nvidia. And so they're expecting artificial intelligence to save the market once again, which it may or may not do. I'm not forecasting what's going to happen, but I am following what's going to happen, and I'm going to trade accordingly. There are disturbing trends in the data where Exxon's market capitalization went up to 468 billion, which is just eclipsing Tesla's market capitalization. It's disturbing that Tesla's market capitalization is less than 500 billion. It used to be more like 700 or 800 billion. So that's very disturbing. Tesla's stock value is come down to around 41% for the year so far. So these are very disturbing trends. And traders have more or less concluded to get out of the market. I am a trader, so I got out of the market April 9th, and I'm very glad I did. I won't hesitate to jump back in if the results of the mega caps are just outstanding. But all eyes are especially on Nvidia, and that will dictate the prices of artificial intelligence for until the end of the year, I would predict. That's the way I roll. I'm out of the market now. I'm always willing to jump back in given the conditions. I just have to have conditions right, and conditions so far are not right and look pretty perilous. We will be looking at the PCE, the personal consumption expenditures, Friday, and mainly we have to see how these mega caps do, because they really dictate the market in many ways.